At the end of this video, you will be mastering replication of designs. So stay tuned to the end of the video. We are following 4 stages or 4 steps to do this. The first step is to import the image to replicate. So you have already, in the previous video in this playlist, we have mastered how to import, which is Ctrl I on your keyboard. So I've already done that step. So what I will do is that to drag with your right click and drop, copy here. So we'll duplicate it by copying it here. So the next step is to reduce the transparency of the image. It's also called opacity. The opacity is used, we can use transparency too. It's used to partially review an object. So what we're doing here, we come to the properties bar there, you change it to uniform transparency. Uniform transparency, let's leave it by default is 50%. So you lock it, right click and lock the image. So after doing that, you use the rectangle tool, F6 on your keyboard, and drag to get the shape of the image. The reason why you are using opacity is to see what you're doing beneath it. So you're working on it. So Ctrl plus on your keyboard to zoom down. So you trace the first step you do, just to draw all, in tracing the image, you draw all the shapes in it. Draw all the shape. Then you follow by typing the text. Then follow by inserting image. So these are what you would do. Just follow them gradually as you see it on the video. So you draw all the shapes. If you are not seeing, you can zoom down. Press Ctrl plus on your keyboard. So you can click, continue clicking, draw all the shapes. Ctrl minus to zoom down, to minimize, reduce the magnification. So you draw these boxes. Alt right arrow to shift magnification. You're drawing this box. I need to zoom down. To do that, you press Ctrl plus or use the zoom tool to draw. So this is how it is. You have to zoom down to see the edges very well. So Ctrl plus. You zoom in to see it. Ctrl F. If you press F4, you see all the F10, which is the shape tool. You use to curve the edges of the shapes. F4, reduce the magnification. Z, zoom to. So you click and change, zoom down. You can increase it. Increase the size. Using the shape tool F10 on keyboard to curve it. So you zoom down to check this. So F4, Z, Ctrl Z, which is zoom to. F10 on keyboard, shape tool, curve the edges. Ctrl minus to zoom out. Alt down to change the magnification level. Copying, duplicate this one, drop it to right click, while dragging with your left click, then drop it to right click. So zoom down, you draw to fit it. You can, if you zoom in to see what you're doing very well, Ctrl plus to zoom in. Ctrl Z, so you are shifting it and shifting with your left arrow. On your keyboard. You zoom, adjust it by the left. So you are zooming out, Ctrl minus on your keyboard. So F10 is also used to bend all these edges. So you are clicking this down part, then you hold shift and click this up part, then you drag them in. It's done. So Ctrl plus can adjust the curve. Z, zoom to. You are drawing this shape, the rectangle for the down part, which is the info or the footer of the flyer. The next thing we're doing now is to zoom in. You need to zoom in to see, Ctrl plus, zoom in to see what you need to do there. to get it accurately. That's the purpose of replication. You're getting your design accurately. Control plus will do that for you. So this is how it's done. Control minus to zoom out, control minus to zoom out. Zoom to F10 on your keyboard. You need to zoom in to see what you're doing. The edge is also curved. So you can use the Alt, left arrow or right arrow to change the magnification horizontally. So F10 is used here to drag in. So you are clicking all together. So F10. So you need to zoom in to see what you are doing. Control plus. To zoom in, Control plus Alt, right arrow to shift magnification to the right hand side. So Control F4 will give you full page view of what you have done. So F10, Z, Control Mod Z, zoom to zoom every particular place you want. What we're doing next now is to get the text. Since we have already drawn the shapes, you have to get the text to be inputted. So and the shape is also remaining. Alt, right, to see. We are comparing. The reason why I duplicated this is to compare. So I have an application. I will keep the link on the description. The app is OCR app. You can get it in Microsoft Store for those using Windows. I'll keep the link in the description. So I'm using it to extract OCR. You can use it offline. You don't need internet connection. The name is OCR app. There is one I'm using to fasten the video. That's why I use instead of typing. I will open the file. I will trace the location inside application folder inside this course folder. If you get this course at the end of this course, you get access to all these application images for free because I've already bought the course. So English, you select the language is English, then you recognize click on recognize. So it will recognize it by the right hand side. So you can right click, Control A, right click and copy, Control C. So what we're doing, you come to edit or you press Control V, then you paste. You to paste on the text box, inside the text box. We have already learned beginning elementary parts of this course. We have learned how to change. We have learned the difference between artistic text and paragraph text. So right click on the artistic paragraph text and click on turn to artistic text. It's no longer a paragraph now. You can now go to object menu to convert to break it apart such that you can pick each text or each line of the text. So you come to object menu, then press Control K to break apart. What we're doing, we'll pick each and be dropping on each. Instead of me to fasten this place, I need to just to make it fast, understandable. So I delayed it. Maybe in the upcoming videos, I'll be fastening these parts. Drop each on each of them. So you drop on each of them. Click and drag with your left click. Click and drag with your left click. You might need to edit the text because sometimes it depends on how the tests are. If the tests are not very clear, there will be an error. So you need to check. You prefer it very well to cross-check if there's an error. So you drop, click and left click and drag. Click on left click and drag. Click on left click and drag with your left click. Click on left click and drag. So this is how it's done. Click and drag. Click and drag. Control Z. Control Z to undo the shifting. So click and drag. Click and drag. You might need, I use the S2, F8, press enter to separate them because some of them will join together. Control K, separate them. So click and drag. Click and drag. So that's it for the tests. The tests are good to go. Z to zoom to highlight, start arranging from the top of the flyer, which is the logo side, which is the header side. What we're doing, we change the font, click on the font space, the font. I'm using Lato typeface, Lato. The link we provided in the description, inshallah. So Lato, we'll be using Lato. I use Lato bold. It has a lot. The typeface has a lot of. The font has a lot of typeface in it. I've searched for Lato. You can see it. So click and drag. This is not the font. Might not be the font, but I just to make it faster. It's similar. So replication. Another advantage of replication is that you need it to train you to master fonts and typeface, such that you want to get the exact typeface or font to use. So this is how the advantage of the typeface. So we're getting the logo L and J. So I'm using a font similar to it, not exactly. Senzel. So that is the name of the font. The link can also be provided in the description, inshallah. Senzel. So black, Senzel black. The font has a lot of typeface, so we'll check the one that is closer to it. Senzel black for the L, capital letter L. So we're coming to shape to reduce it horizontally, to bring them together horizontally, which is by dragging to the right, from the right to the left. Right from the right to the left. So we'll not change the font of J because it's different from the logo. Text to F8 on a keyboard. Highlight, click and drag to highlight. Change the font to a similar font. I'm using the font I'm supposed to use is Elephant, but it's not working for it. Elephant is not working. I will change the font. It's Elephant I'm supposed to use. You can try it in your own side if Elephant will work. I'll be changing the font to Alt right to change the magnification level so that I'll be able to preview. Elephant supposed to work, but I don't know. Can you see it's not displaying, the curve is not displaying the way it's supposed to be. Elephant is not giving me what I want. It's supposed to be like this, but it's not giving me what I want. If I bold it, italize, it's not working. So I'll change the font to better alternative. And see, it's not working after even bolding or making it italics. So click on the font list again to choose the particular font and typeface we want to use. So what I mean by font? Font is the collection of typefaces. Why? Typeface is a font category. It's a sub division of font. Can you see a lot of typeface under elephant? The name of the family, which is the family, is called elephant. So this is what elephant is supposed to give me, or it's not giving me. And elephant is supposed to be the one I will use for the J, but it's not giving me what I want. So elephant is the name of the typeface, is the name of the family. The family is called font, while the subdivisions are called typeface. So that is what I mean by typeface and font. So I'm using elephant bold. It's not giving. Can you see it's different? It's not giving me what I want. So I will need to search for another font. Let me use Time New Roman bold. Time New Roman. Time New Roman bold is closer to the one used in the flyer. So I can increase the size if I want. Increase the size of the font. But it should take the same height, but to just be thicker, you can F10, then you will move. You can click this and shift it. Click on that node. It does not work. So you can if you click on the node, you can move it. Press Ctrl minus to zoom out. So we are comparing now. The font is far different. For the purpose of education, just for you to know the process, this is why I did. You can use AI to ask for, if you wish, you can ask for the font if you wish. is the one at my disposal now. That's why I used it. Can drag it up and drag it up and shift it to adjust it the way you want it up. Take reference from the logo, from the one used in the main design you are replicating. Ctrl Z to adjust it. Okay, yeah, move it from the right. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. That's all I will have done since. Just click from the right and shift it. So we have closed this space, so don't tell me. So I'm using the test tool on my keyboard. My F8 on my keyboard. So I'm using the size. I've highlighted only the J. I'm using the size to 16 points. So 16 is not working. I've turned it to 17. But can you see that the top of the logo is different from the one in the design? But it's similar. The down part is similar, but the top part of the logo is different. So F6, we're drawing a box. F6 on the keyboard to draw a box for the container, to draw a box that the logo will be. It's very fancy, that's why I did not see it very well in there. So F10 to as a shape tool to carve, drag inside. This is how it works. So control, yeah, just highlight them, right click, order, press shift, bring them to the front of the layer, which is shift F page down. Or you can come to, you need to clear shift page down, page up to bring up. So you can come to object menu, order, shift page up, bring to the front of the layer. So this is how it works. The shortcut is shift page down, up to bring it up. So Z. Anyone that is easier for you, if it's for you to write. So anyone that is easier for you, anyone, if it is to right click, if it's to go to object menu. So the next thing we're doing, the next thing is to change the type, work on the name of the brand. Work on the name of the brand, change the font. The typeface should be Cinzel. Change it. I'm using Cinzel, decorative Cinzel. It's similar but not exactly font. So you can search for the font name. So you can click. It's similar to it, though just different in some area. The J is totally different. So boys close. J is totally different. And search for it if you want. Guys, it, adjust it. This is the name of the brand, Lolo's Jewels. It's a luxury brand. Adjust it to fit. You can compress from the right. Compress from the right. Just for the G to align. See? But the font is totally different from it. Ask AI to search for the font name, then you download it. If you are to buy, you buy it. So I'm just trying to do something that is similar. That's why I use Cinzel to make it faster. So we're going on the motto of the brand. I will use my attribute color eyedropper tool. We have learned it earlier in the beginner part of this course. So you click on it and click on this one. So you copy all the properties. The font, instead of changing the font manually, I've just copied using alternative attribute eyedropper tool. So I'm zooming it down to fit it to the one I'm going to replicate on. So I'll adjust it. I'll be adjusting it. Adjusted it. The font tool is different. So Z to zoom. You click, Ctrl Z, click on it. Alt up top to get. So I'm using interactive eyedropper attribute eyedropper to copy the properties of this one to this. Click on it. This is the fastest way to copy attributes. CorelDRAW, we have learned it initially. So refer back to the video, the playlist. Click and drag. So drag it to the right. Control minus to zoom out. Alt up. Instead of dragging, you can just use up. So while we're focusing on this, the services they render or the items they do, the services they render. So hold shift and click on each. Hold shift and click on each. So you now come to object menu, Control L, or press combine. So you will now need to separate them gradually. So you work on the focus on the part that have title case, the capital letter. You click on it and press enter on your keyboard. Click with a left click and press enter on your keyboard. So this is how it works. Don't forget to change the font, the typeface. You change the typeface. You can go to attribute eyedropper tool. Click on this. So the properties has been changed. Attribute has been changed. The font is now that. Click on and adjust it. You need to zoom down if you want, zoom in to check if it's rhyme. The font is closed. Z, drag to confirm. So press the down arrow to adjust gradually. Sometimes you might need to press the right arrow. So depending on how you place on it, and drag to the right and to minus on your keyboard. So come down. What we're doing next is come to F10, shift to drag it horizontally by dragging from the left. Do the same thing with this right hand side. The item on the right hand side, click on it, hold shift and click on the one that follow it. Click them based on the series, the way they are arranged. While holding down shift. So this is how you follow them. Shift gradually, shift, click. Come to object menu and combine or Control L on your keyboard. The same process you did there, what you repeat here. F8 on your keyboard, which is test 2, then press enter. So you click on the attribute eyedropper 2 on your tools box, then you click on the one you want to copy the attribute from, and click on the one you want to copy the attribute to. It automatically change the font and typeface. Adjust it with the down arrow and left arrow, right arrow if you wish. So drag from the right horizontally. Can you see it? Control minus to zoom out. Click on Z to zoom in. You need to zoom. Always magnify. Bring your system to you. Don't bring your eyes to the system. So what we're doing, you change it. You get this to get this icon. You will go to test. Insert character or glyph on the Dockers side, with the right hand side of your Windows CorelDRAW workspace. I've already gotten it, which is Control F11. You can press Control F11 or you come to test to get the insert character. What we're doing next is to search for the one. I think this one is similar, but let me check for another one. This is similar. What I use, you will need to get the font. So the font is CGO Flute in icons. So it's maybe I will provide the link in the description below, inshallah. So you search for the icon CGO Flute. That is the name of the font. It's two types. There's two types. They're similar to each other though. But this one is CGO Flute icons. It's written on the screen. You can check it. Search for it. If you want to search by yourself, you gradually move down. Click on any of them and press the down arrow on your keyboard. You continue going down until you see it. It might take a lot of time. I need to speed up this place to make it faster. So I've gotten it. Here it is. So I rotated it vertically and horizontal. So I'm going to corners to curve it. Use corners. You can get it on your Dockers in Windows. You will see corners. So that's what I use to curve it. Make it curve. This is what I did. I just need to speed up to make the video very short, not too very lengthy. So click and drag. The corners has already been explained. Refer back to some of the videos, especially in the Docus playlist. So click and drag the right, drop it or right click, copy. So what we're doing, you come to blend to under shadow to blend to. So you click from this and drag to the second one. So what we're doing next is to come to increase the number here is determining the number here means the number in between the two, which is 3. It's 3 icons that is here. It's 3 that is here. The bullet is 3 that is here, so it will be 3. So you can adjust it if you want. So I've already explained how to use blend tool. You can refer back to our tools box menu. So you right click and bake. We'll also explain there in the video. I'm going to check it. Ctrl K. So group, you're on group all. So you're now group now. Go back to group. You group. That's how it's done. So what we're doing, go back to pick tool and drag to the right and drop it to right click, if you remember. So what we're doing now is press the down arrow, adjust it. This is how it's done. So F4, Z to zoom to this place. What we deliver. So can you see, you follow everything gradually before you know you finish. So click attribute to click and copy. So click and reduce the size. So you can adjust it horizontally from the right. The font are not the same, but it's similar. Can you see that we deliver exactly to get the same? So when to minus to zoom out, alt down arrow to magnify, reduce the magnification to the down part. So we are using the attribute to up to now to copy the attributes of this font. Copy, click, and click on where you want to copy it. So change the tool to test 2, then to pick 2. And simply press Control and space bar. So what we're doing next is change the title, change the case. Come to test and change case here. I've done it. Change it to normal sentence case. So what we're doing now is to adjust it. We've also talked about changing of case. Go and check the video in the playlist. So all those elementary parts are very important. That's why we started with it in the video in this course. You will not understand except if you follow the videos. Follow them gradually. Don't rush. They will reach there. You reach this level, inshallah. So just follow them gradually. So what we're doing next is to adjust it the way it is. This footer part of the flyer. Copy the properties. Click on the eyedropper tool. Click on this and this. What we're doing, we change it to test to F8 on your keyboard. Then you delete this backspace. Cross check very well if the number is correct. I'm sure of the application it will give you accuracy, but you there are some errors though, but you don't really make mistakes. You can just see some error because there's difference between error and mistake. So that's how it is. You only see errors there, but mistake is hardly. Control F11, which is the glyph. Come to test if you have not gotten it. Glyph F11, Control F11 on your keyboard. So you are searching for the icons that will be used. Alt left arrow to compare. You also need to download this font. It's what you download that you see in the glyph. You have to download the font. The font I think is social. Search for social if you social. I think this one is social icons. Social icons. I'll just it. Name is social media color. Social media color font. That's the name of the font. It's a glyph font. So you can adjust the view. Can adjust it here on this side to see. So you click, move down, can continue going down to check for the particular one you want. Continue zooming down, you see the particular one you want. So what we're doing, click after I've seen the one you want, you click. You click on it and drag. So this one is not Control Z. Sometimes it will show, but you can't use it. it will change to another thing. So you have to search for another font you have. Create an alternative. What I did there was that I draw a box and use this one that I don't have a box. So I drag it. That's what I did. It. So I draw this box, this cycle there down here. So what I did is I draw a cycle there and drag those ones. Was it? Okay, continue searching until you see the one you want. So in order to make it very clear for you, that's why I did not speed this part, because you need to understand very well. So gradually check it. Take your time and check. Don't rush. If you drag this one also and drop, so guys, you change the font. It's also show sharp. So what I did is I drag the one that doesn't have a box around it. I drag this, which is icon, call icon, and I drag it outside. So I also drag the WhatsApp icon. I drag it outside. Gradually check it. So the WhatsApp icon, drag it outside. So here it is. So the tactics I used. Zoom, compress, continue checking. Take your time to check. So just master the process. So control. Can you see this? What I did? I drag this cycle. I remove the fill. I remove the fill. You don't have to remove the fill. We have learned it while talking about coloring. So this is what I did. The name of the font is social media color. So click and drag it. Fit it. Click and drag. And hold shift to check. Yeah. Just drag diagonally. Bring the icon, the WhatsApp icon, drag diagonally to fit it very well. This is how it works. You click on this minus, this white on the color. Yeah, this is how to move the color. If you click on left, click to move the fill, the color inside, left click on this white here. So you drag it to fit it. Yeah, it already have black outline. But before you move the fill by left clicking, you right click to give it black outline. So you hold down shift to select them together. And shift, then click, then come to align and distribute on the object C and E. That is shortcut. You are making the cycle to center to the WhatsApp icon horizontally and vertically. So C and E, that is the shortcut. After clicking on the cycle, then you hold shift and click on the WhatsApp icon. That's how it's done. Hold and shift and drag to make it uniformly. Yeah. So this is how it's done. You can shift it, drag to the right, to the left and side, drop it or right click on this and hold shift, click and hold shift. The cycle first, then hold shift and click on the WhatsApp and the call icon. Hold shift and click on, then you press C and E. That's how it's done. C and E. Control Z, yeah. C and E. C and E. C E. Very shortcut. F4 to zoom. Level. I see it. Remaining this side, the location icon. So we search for it here to. It should be here. If it's not here, you search for. Use another application, another font. Let me check. Gradually check. All these fonts, you need to download them. So you know how to get them anytime you need them. So all these glyphs is not most of them don't come with the system. You need to download. Let me check from the front. So let me take another name. I see I'm using another icon, font icon, which is icon south. Icon south. This one did not work, so I have to check another one. I'm using hard. Yeah, I think I got it here. Icons, hard group icons. So adjust it. Shift. It mustn't be exactly so, but similar. Let's go. Except if the client wants it to be exactly the same thing. But if not so, replication, you can just do something that's very similar, 95% similar to the one you're replicating, or 85% or 80% similar. This is how replication works. Adjust it. Then for the lighter, you know what to do. All we do is click on this test to adjust. You need to add some things, but haircut. So you can see the error that this thing did. Not add, but haircut. Haircut, yeah. It's a city in Nigeria. Port Harcourt City. Haircut, yeah. You click and drag it. Let that bold. To bold. Drag. The font is different. Well, it's similar, it's similar, but the Y, can you see from the Y is different? Adjust it horizontally from the right. So what we're doing is to make it perfect. So F4, press on F4 to zoom properly. So the next step is inserting images to those sides where images are supposed to be. See the third step. Third step. Click on the boxes, then you drag to cut it. Since except if you have it. If you don't have it, you cut from the one you want to make it from. So you are holding shift to join the two boxes. Shift and drag. So you press Z on your keyboard, Z. If you press Z on your keyboard and then you shift it. The plus on your keyboard to zoom in. Can you see it? Control minus. Zoom in. Cut it. What we're doing now, Z on your keyboard also. Then you click on this first one, and then you hold down shift and click on this. Shift, click on it. Then go to your properties bar, or you go to shape. You can go to shape on properties bar. So what we do, intercept to take the shape where the rectangle meets the image. It will create a shape within it. Can you see it? This is what intercept to, where the two overlap, the shape and the image. So, but you must click on the shape first before you hold down. Before you click on, then why holding shift before you click on what the image. Then you now intercept, create an overlap from where the two meet, the two objects meet. So click and drag onto Z. Click onto Z, and move it. Hold down Alt and click. Yeah. Hold shift and drag. So we'll be doing Alt left arrow. Alt left. Click on this and hold shift and click on the second one. F4. Click on this. Right click. And click power clip and you select the box. Right click, power clip. Then select this. We have already talked about this while we're talking about power clip in this elementary part of this course. What we're doing, we've learned everything here. So what we're doing is to center it. Then what we're doing next is to fill proportionally. Click on it, this second one, center. and fill proportionally. If you should right click and the next step, number 4, is applying colors. Next, number 4, applying colors. Step number 4. What we're doing, apply colors to every part of the flyer. You can start from the top part, but before then, we'll drag this image to the document palette to enable us to get all the colors in the flyer we are replicating. We are using direct color, so by default it will be 10. You can increase if you wish. It is 10 colors that it will take. You can increase to 11 if you wish. You can reduce it if you wish. So you click on OK. So this is how to get color from an image directly. So you click the background. Click on the background. So what we're doing now, color, workspace, locus, object. So we're using object menu. Object in the locus to select this object would help us. It is similar to Microsoft, and it will be similar to Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, such that it stands as layer in CorelDRAW. So this you'll be seeing the layers of each object on the layer. You can pick each object. Can you see? Starting from this one, you see it. You can pick such similar if you are conversant to Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator. This is how it's works too. So it's similar, but instead of layer, we'll call it object in CorelDRAW. So we are starting from the background. We're unlocking it. You remember we unlocked it earlier, so we're unlocking it. And we'll shift, click from the middle, drag from the middle, and take it out. So we are left with our layout, the sketch. Can you see what we have replicated so far? So that's what we did. So we click on shift, then select this. Make it center. What we're doing here, so start color, applying color. So zoom, select, so drag outside. I'm keeping this. Maybe if I want to reference, I'm keeping the sketch outside before I apply colors. So this is my sketch. Can click and drag, then you come to, so you click on them. So you click on this one, drag, then you come to zoom level, shift F2 to zoom to selected. It's what you select you see. So that is in zoom level. You can do it in zoom level too. Click on this first one, zoom level, selected. So I have to shift this to cause so that I'll be seeing very well. So click on the background, give it this dark green. Okay, let me leave it first. Let me start with these ones. So give it this make color. So we're using this night one, right make. I'm using this upper one, I'll give it the same color. Control R, this is the same, Control R. Come to objects. This menu, then Control R, repeat fill. Control R. This the fill is the same thing. All this. We've already talked about fill and outline. You can refer back to the videos. If you don't understand the way we're coloring, if anything is not clear to you, you can go back to the video. So in the playlist, click on this. We have changed the color. Control R. This one will be dark green. So we select the colors are together, hold down shift and give them color once. This is the dark green I'm using. Maybe if you use this one is better. So you click outside, you click on this, change the color, hold down shift and click on this. Since they are the same color, left click on the color to give fill. That's how we explain in that video. You want to give color. Right click, drag with your right click, copy fill. To show that A icon, so copy fill. So you click on this one, Control R. So the same thing, click on this, give it an outline. Give it an outline. And you click on it and give it an outline by just clicking on the color. That's how we explained on fill and coloring. check the playlist, you understand very well. There's a playlist especially for coloring. So click on this and give it a feel by just clicking. This is how it's done. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're understanding. Even if you don't understand, in the subsequent video you will get to understand more. So subscribe and share. Thanks for watching. So all we're doing next is to click on, we'll work on the footer. Press Z on your keyboard to get the zoom tool. So click on this, holding down shift. Click on this, click on this. You are moving the outline. Hold on this and hold on this. While holding shift, and right click this to move outline. We've already talked about this earlier. So right click to move the outline. I've removed the outline. We don't need the outline there. The black outline that comes with a shape by default. Cycle or a rectangle or polygon. So we have moved the outline. So what we're doing next is to give a shadow to this part. What's be a shadow on it? I think in the initial part of the video I skipped it, so I'll add it back. You've seen how to keep a shadow. So what we're doing, what we're doing there is this shadow. What we're doing out. This is what we're doing. I skipped it. I'm bringing back the video. I've already completed the video earlier, so I just adjust it as shadow tool. I've already talked about how to use shadow tool in the video, and refer back to the video. Undo. Then we have to break it apart. Through I have to ungroup Ctrl U, properties by, and go to. So this is how it's done. We've already explained how to use shadow tool. You can refer back to it in the menu, in the tools playlist, CorelDRAW tools playlist. We have about 31 tools. So I explain everything there. You can go back and watch the videos. So this is what we do. Adjust the opacity and the feather. The opacity, the feather. I've increased the feather to 66, so that it will not be very thick, just light. The opacity is 30. Let's say 19. It's too light, so and 19. The opacity is 19. The feather is 56. The next thing we'll be doing here is to work on the header. So I've given it outline, right? So I've given it outline of that color, make color. Can this hold down shift. You have grouped all the two, the logo and the name. So I will now centralize shift and E. So zoom down to check for this part. We're working on the footer part of the flyer. So click on this, hold down shift and click on this, hold down shift and click on this. Then you right click, or you go to object, order, shift page up to bring it before so that it will be on top of the cycle. So once you give it any color, it will not be behind the color of it will not be behind the cycle. So that is the essence of page up, shift page up. Bring it. So this cannot be in dark green. So that's what we do. You can see that the icons are showing because we have already paged them up. This is how it works. So what we're doing now is group each of them, Ctrl G, highlight, click on down, highlight, Ctrl G. You are grouping it. Click on highlight, Ctrl G. You are grouping. Ctrl G to group you are grouping the icon to the you have already make it CE, center, horizontal, and vertical. Then you are not grouping. Ctrl G. Then what we're doing now, you are clicking each of the icons. Then you now hold shift and click on any of the text. Then you are making it horizontally they are making center vertical, which is E. Go to align and distributing object C. You go to align and distribute E. That's the shortcut. Then hold and shift. This part is alignment. We are doing alignment. We are giving the alignment to be aligned. This is a principle of design that once your design doesn't have alignment, you know that you are not a professional designer. So this is part of the design. Can you see the design? Everything aligned to the left. So that's what we're doing. You can use an arrow to get it very well. Drag any part of the arrow, this left arrow, drag it with your left click. This is how to move the arrow. So click. What we're doing here, we'll refer to the right to the footer. We'll align it to the footer because the footer is already centered. So we're taking the left part of it. So click and drag. You can zoom down to see very well. You see it, zoom down to see very well. F4, Z, keyboard, click on and drag. Ctrl G. You are grouping everything there. Then you hold shift and click on the box C to make it center horizontal. So it's center from the right to left. That's what we mean by horizontal. The right to left is centered. So what I so group. Then what we'll be doing, I'm grouping this icon. Then you hold down shift and click on the footer. Then you press L. And keyboard, you go to object menu and then you put left L. So each position, if it is left, the first letter is L, so it's L you press. If it is top, the first letter is T, you press. If it is R, first letter is R, so this how it's done. Control group, then you hold C and E, group, then you hold shift and this and center L to align to the left. So click on this, hold down shift Z, then you group, hold down shift and click on this. Sorry, I forgot to align this. I forgot. So what we're doing here, align this, each of them to be aligned to the icon. That makes it very aligned. So what I'll be doing, I'll shift alt right. Alt right to see, alt left to see what I'm doing. Don't forget to subscribe. The more you subscribe, if you subscribe to this channel, you have opportunity to see more of our videos without being notified. You will be notified once I drop any video. So what we're doing is Control U, because I've already grouped it earlier. Press Control U or right click on group all. The same thing applies to this on group all. So this one you break it apart. Right click. Can break it apart if you wish. No, we are not breaking apart. We are using this. You are only ungrouping the bullet. You are ungrouping the bullet. Then we are using this as a guide. We'll make it center. Hold shift and click E. Click shift and E. Click E. Then you click on the necklace. Click. What I'm doing here, I think what we'll be doing there is I made a mistake. So then you click on this first. The fourth bullet, then you press E. Then you click on this, the bullet first, then you hold shift and press this I test and press E. Click on this and press E. So the bullet is aligning to the weight vertically. So bullet, then shift and hold nose rings E. So the same thing applies to this right part. Click on it, hold and shift E. Click on it, hold and shift, then E. Click on this. So the same thing applies. Hold and shift and press T. Yeah. So that it will be on top. So hold and shift and press the second button will be bullet. Shift and press the left bullet, then press E. Click on this, guys, bullet and click. Hold shift and press the left bullet. So E. So everything is centered. If it's vertically, the alignment is good to go. The alignments are good to go. So click on shift and hold on all of them and delete. Press delete or backspace on your keyboard. So control key, then you highlight, then group. Control G. Let's click to group or press Control G. So we have already done that part. Hold on shift and click on this. Then press L. So that it will take the left alignment. Click on this, highlight them, C and E to make it center. Then you now group it. Then hold shift and click on this icon, this side, and click on this and hold the white footer. Then press E, L. Everything is center. The alignment is good to go. Can you see? Left aligned, properly aligned. This is a very vital part of a vital principle of design that is very neat, that you need to watch as a beginner. Take note of it. Let's click and move the outline of that shadow of the I've removed the outline of the background, which is that dark green. I've removed the outline by clicking on this white stuff here. So the next thing we'll be doing here is to arrange it. So sorry that if in case I want to post it, I think everything is good now. You can through the application. I just want to beautify in case I want to post it. So I'm just trying to arrange it. So the duplicated part is coming first, then the image that I imported is coming first, then the layout, the second step, getting the layout. Yeah, then the duplicated part is the third one. So this side is done. I can now draw a box on it. So this is the one. The first one is the one I imported, which is the main logo. When the main flyer, you work with, you can see the same space. So the first one is the flyer I imported. The next one is the one I replicated. So I'm drawing a shape, rectangle shape, F6. This one is not necessary. I'm just trying to do it to show you what I did. The overview of what the video covers, or the steps of the video in achieving the replicated implication. You can give it a color here so that will show, and press shift page down to bring it back to the layers, back of the layers. So moving the outline. So this was the first step, second step, third step, fourth step. So this was there. So if you watch more of these our videos, the more you watch the videos, the more you understand. Shift F2 to see the one we did. Can you see it? And press F9 on your keyboard. Can you see this is how it is done? Can you see it's very accurate? Just the font that changes. This is the process to duplicate anything you want. So the more you duplicate people's design, the more you'll be able to design yours. You can give yourself a project to design like 500, as one of my boss did. He designed 500 flyers around the world. So he was able to design different flyers, but not in a sitting. So a continuous process. So this is the aspect of this course. So the next video we'll be watching is how to duplicate this. It's also a brand. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't just subscribe, click on the bell so that you get notified. Any of our video drops, you get notified instantly. So meet you in the next video to duplicate this.